being an outcast is not for the weak. Because not only are you rejected by most people in society, is in that space where you're trying to figure out where you belong, but you do know that you don't belong around a lot of people that you are sharing the same environment with. And another thing that becomes difficult about being the outcast is because you see the bigger picture in life. Meanwhile, people only see small pictures. You see the overall. You see the bigger picture in life. So you normally won't even fit in with people anyway, and it becomes so frustrating when everybody's going this way, but something in you is telling you to go the other way. And also, when you're the outcast, you usually do not follow other people. You do not follow the protocol, which causes you to be a rebel in a lot of people's eyes. But not knowing that God has made it that way for people to reject you, because the same places that you're in right now, these people are lost, and God is going to use you to open up their eyes. God is going to use you to break the generational curses that they live by. They don't even know it yet. You don't even know it yet. And what's so difficult about it is that when you don't know exactly who you are, you live in this peer pressure of being around people who will tell you who they want you to be. Come on now, catch them diamonds. This is why it's very crucial to know who you are early on in life, if you can help it. Because if you do not know, the people around you will try to shape you and mold you to be who they want you to be and live how they want you to live, but not knowing that the whole time you had purpose. God made you an outcast on purpose. Come on now. So it's so hard because you don't follow protocol. You become that rebel. You go the other way, and it seems like you're the crazy one because everybody else live this type of way, because most people are following other blind people, and we live in a society where the blind think that they can lead the people who can see. Come on now. That's how backwards life is. See, it takes somebody that have that special gift to see who you are early on in life. And usually God will put people in your path to keep in mind that you are different from them. You're different from them. And sometimes when we don't know that we're different and we can't accept being different, we want to fit in. Come on. This is why the early years of our life is most critical, because this is the time where we're most vulnerable, because this is the time where a lot of us didn't know God just yet. This is that time where we didn't know anything about a purpose. This is that time where we don't know that we're somebody that's set apart for God and his kingdom. This is this time where we don't know, and we're afraid to be different. A lot of these kids or teenagers, even adults, are afraid to be different because being different is not cool, especially when people are trying to say that you're weak. Don't let you be a young person who do not engage in violent activities, who do not engage in drinking and smoking. Don't let you be somebody young and not engaging with what your friends are doing. They think you're lame. They think you are a clown. But I'm telling you right now, you better stand your ground, because the purpose that God has on your life is going to make sense later on. Do not apologize for being different. Come on now. Come on, I feel it strong this morning. Do not apologize for being different. Do not apologize for being a woman and you don't have children, because when you tell people you don't have kids or don't want kids, they think you're cursing them out. They think that you are trying to forsake God. They don't understand that God has ordered this on your life. See, they don't know. This is called the blind leading the blind. They don't know anything about a purpose. And by the time they get to where they're going to realize that they live life backwards. Come on now. Do not apologize that God has set you aside. Catch them diamonds. This is why early on in life, you got to let your kids know about God. Come on now. You got to let them put that confidence in them, because if you don't have it, you're not going to withstand this world. This world is going to eat you up, and it's going to spit you out, and it's going to lead you to your own self-destruction. And guess what? Nobody will suffer but you. Come on. Catch them diamonds. And these same people who will lead you to your own demise will be the same people that turn around and tell you, you made that bed, so you better lay in it. They will mock you after you have fell into that dark pit. This is why I'm telling you, you got to stand strong. And not to mention, don't let you be a man in this world who do not have sons, but yet you have daughters. Then you don't fit into the man club, because you don't have sons to ever watch them play football, ever watch them to play basketball. You can't fit in with the other men. But right now, I'm telling you, I speak greatness over your daughters. I speak greatness over their lives. They are valuable. You don't have to feel no type of way because you never had a son, because there's a lot of people that feel that way. But see, God give you what you need. And this is the same thing that I told my daddy. I said, God gave you what you needed. Because most men want that son. But see, God is teaching you compassion. Because society has told you as a man, you can never be weak. You can never weep. You can never shed no tears. Everything is about being so masculine to the point that you push away everybody that care about you. See, God knows about compassion. So if your Father in heaven has compassion, then why don't you? Come on now. God will send you what you need. See, I ain't afraid to speak on things because this is real life that everybody that live up under. Because society, man, and these philosophies are very harmful to a lot of people. And this is why a lot of people feel low about their life or that they don't fit in. Because everybody wants to be a part of something, but you only need to be a part of what God has called you to. Catch them big diamonds. And if you are a man, do not be with any woman or be around anybody who makes you feel like you're weak because you cry, because you're showing your emotions, because you want to be vulnerable. Like I say, man, we're not for everybody because most people live by these flawed philosophies in life that is very harmful. If you're the type of man that want to express your feelings, do that. Because if you keep holding that stuff in, that's what causes everybody to get hurt. Because people can't live like that up under pressure. You see what I'm saying? So don't be with nobody like that. If you with somebody like that, run. I mean, run. You need somebody who's more mature in life that understands that, and most men should be able to express themselves. I'm with that. I'm all for it. Let's talk it out. Vent to me. Be vulnerable. And I'm not going to use it against you because we all going through life. Y'all got to get away from people who don't know no better. And that's my message for the men. Run from that. And run from any other man that make you feel like you expressing yourself is girly. Stay away from them type of people. They don't know no better. And that's why so many men are crashing out because they don't have nowhere to run to. I can admit that when I see it. If you have to cut people off just to keep your peace, then cut them off. If people do not receive you for who you are, then cut them off. I remember growing up when I was telling people I do not drink or smoke. These people are so blind that they don't know that how you can live a sober life. Then what do you do then? Well, how do you have fun? I can have fun being sober. This is how you know they don't know no better. They don't know no better. They don't know nothing about having fun and being sober. They think that this is the way to go. They thought I was crazy. See, God have to keep you from those things because God can't allow you to be caught up because sometimes you could become addicted to things and God can't have that, especially when you're the outcast, especially when he has set you aside for a great purpose. You cannot get caught up like everybody else. You cannot. The same trap that the enemy set for you, God will have to hurry up and get you out of there. So most of the people you grow up with, they're not going to understand you. They're going to spend their whole life trying to figure you out, but not knowing that there was a great purpose. Everything will make sense. Come on now. There's a sign on my wall that says someday everything will make perfect sense, and it will. So don't try to fit in when you're that outcast. And I know it's going to be hard because you don't know where you're supposed to be, but just give it some time, especially when you're young. Give it some time. Don't follow the crowd. I just had a situation just the other day where these kids were being charged with burglary. They're all young, breaking into a property, into a house in our neighborhood, and they all following each other. And they blame this one little boy who don't even know no better. This is what happened when you hang out with people and you trying to fit in. So now you young and have charges already. Following that crowd, it can be very dangerous. So when you see that you are different, stay away. Those people will corrupt you and contaminate you, and they will lead you into your own demise. And that is not even what God had for you. Come on, you better catch these diamonds because I'm being real. I'm being real because I live this life, and it's going to be hard because society and people going to make you think that you're the weird one. But give it some time. Somebody say, give it some time. Give it some time. They'll find out soon enough who was actually weird. And before I close my message, I'm going to give an unpopular truth that is so uncomfortable to most people because a lot of people have already been led astray. But if you are a young man or a young woman, and if you do not have any children, do not have no children just to fit in with society. Give it some time. Having children and having a family is like building a house. You do not want to build that house on weak foundation. You do not want to do that because everything is going to fall to the bottom. Do not do that. Give yourself some time. Get yourself established, because who you are right now, that is not the end of it. You are still growing in life. You will thank God later, and you will also thank God for this video that you're hearing it on today. Do not do that to fit in. Having children is a great responsibility. You see what I'm saying? You are still developing. Get everything that you can in life in your experience. Set a good foundation for them kids, because they're going to love you for it. There's a lot of kids who are in situations right now that they can't help, but they have broken foundations. And yes, this is uncomfortable to talk about, because most people, fell victim to this, but I am going to save somebody, even if it's one girl or one boy. I'm going to save somebody, because I know what I'm telling y'all is the truth. Hold off on that. Do not rush into that, because those kids gonna need you to be at your best. Don't nobody want no parents that they can't depend on. That is a terrible feeling, and most of us know that. So let's keep it real and stop trying to lie and try to act like everything is just so beautiful. Stop living in that lie. You don't have to live in that lie. Learn from other people's mistakes, and you make wise decisions. Catch them diamonds.